Read me back the last line.
Read me back the last line.
Not my last line, somebody else's.
George Clooney is returning to TV more than 2 decades after his time on ER. And there's a catch 22. Clooney's adaptation of the famous novel by Joseph Heller is getting rave reviews from critics. But we found out from the man himself that there was some trepidation about taking this project on.
This is war.
Hello.
War concentrates power in the hands of those most likely to abuse it.
I think this is about taking sort of a beloved novel and trying to bring it to the screen, and that's intimidating. If you go online and you go, name me the top 30 American novels of all time, Catch-22 is in every single one, every time. It's trouble. There's nothing but trouble. There's nothing but bad signs all around. But these guys really cracked it. They found a way to crack this code in a way that the movie couldn't because it didn't have the time.
Clooney's version does have the luxury of time, because rather than a 2-hour film like the 1970 version starring Alan Arkin, his adaptation is a 6-episode limited series.
And so I thought, well, the writers figured out a way to make this worth it, but boy, it's brutal to take on a big, famous novel.
That big, famous novel is the satiric 1961 World War II classic about John Yossarian, an airman in the U.S. Air Force who finds himself on the verge of mental collapse when he learns the number of missions he is required to fly has been increased, leaving him ready to do anything to get out of them. In this version, the famous character is played by Christopher Abbott.
It doesn't make a difference who wins the war to someone who's dead.
It's a character that a lot of people, at least if they haven't seen the movie in literary terms, are very familiar with and are very maybe fond of. So when you're, there's a certain fear if you're playing a beloved character already by many. Can you do your job to do justice to it? You know what I mean?
Ground me, I'm crazy.
You're not crazy.
Why not?
Catch-22.
This was a really tough gig for Chris, but he's a particular actor that I'm enamored with. He can do anything.
That's some catch, that Catch-22.
We experience what's going on through Yossarian, that we, the audience, can identify with him as a person, but also as somebody who's representative of each and every one of us, dealing with, the power struggles. What do you do when you are overwhelmed by the power figures who are going to decide whether you're going to live or die?
All 6 episodes of Catch-22 launch this Saturday. They're streaming exclusively on City TV Now, online, on demand, and on the City TV app.